What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do, potentially, a very lengthy wear test on the new Urban Decay Inked Brow product. I'm a big fan of the Urban Decay Brow Blade, of the Urban Decay, what is the dual-ended one? Hang on, let me grab it. I usually keep it right here in my drawer. The Brow Endowed Brow Gel, that's the one. I like those both a lot, so I'm excited to see them extend their line of brow products. Now, this brow product in particular, the Inked Brow, has an extremely long claim of wear time. They're saying it can last up to 60 hours. Now, I don't know quite the best way to tackle testing that. I will get into my plan as we get into the rest of the video, but long story short, I don't know if we're going to be wearing this for 60 hours yet, and only time will tell. I'm also going to try using the lighter shade that they sent me because they sent me two shades. They sent me Neutral Nana and Dark Drapes. Dark Drapes is usually my brow shade. I'm going to be using the lighter one to create some faux freckles. So I'm going to show you how I apply the products to my brows. I'll show you the freckles, how they look up close, both over makeup and over pretty much bare skin. I'll show you the application of the brows, and then we're going to take a little journey together over a period of time, trying to see how long realistically, with my fairly active lifestyle, these brows can last for me. Before we get into it, please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you like to see more videos like it, or you just want to make Nicole smile today. And if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe because I want you to, and also I think you want to. And if I didn't think you want to, I wouldn't ask you to, because who would want to hang out with somebody who doesn't want to hang out with them? You know what I mean? That's awkward in real life, and I don't want it to be awkward here on this channel. But if you do, then go ahead and subscribe. That'd be great. Also, if you're curious about this makeup, because if I do say so myself, it's pretty cute. I did this with the Huda Beauty Pastel Lilac little mini palette. This video should already be up on my channel, so I will link it here for you if you would like to go watch that. I think that's all we really need to talk about before we get into it. So let's try applying these new Urban Decay Inked brows, and then let's go on a journey together and see how long they last. Okay, so Urban Decay sent over two shades. We have Dark Drapes and Neutral Nana. So for the brows today, I'm going to use Dark Drapes. Now, at a first glance, this looks lighter than the Dark Drapes that I use now, but I suppose we'll see when it actually gets on my eye. Now, the plan I have going into this is to apply it the way I normally do my brows. So create some strokes in the front, create a nice crisp line underneath, and like reshape the top a little bit, make them look nice and full, and then try to keep this on as long as possible. The claim on here is 60 hours of wear time. I don't think I believe it, if I'm being honest. I think it's entirely possible if you put this on and then didn't do anything like wash your face or take a shower for 60 hours, then this might stay on that entire time. I do believe that. I, however, am not willing to do that because it's gross. So my plan is, if it does last that long, then so be it. But what I am going to do is do my makeup today and then wear it for the rest of the day. And when I take off my makeup tonight and when I take a shower, I'll be very careful not to just directly wash my face. I'll try to wash my face around my brows to keep them intact for as long as I can. And I will continue doing that for as long as I can. So if that's till tomorrow morning, so be it. If that's till just tonight, great. If that's till 2 days from now, awesome. But we're just gonna see how long I can get it to last under realistic life circumstances, because I can't not wash my face for 60 hours. That's not gonna happen. And as far as what my schedule looks like, I am going to be filming today. I'm gonna film 2 looks with other palettes. You guys will probably see that before this video comes out. I also have a boot camp style class at the gym tonight, after which I will absolutely need to shower because that shit's hard and I get really sweaty. One time I said I couldn't think of any circumstances where I would need makeup to stay on for 24 hours, and a few of you mentioned that you have had jobs or still have a job where you do need to look your best for upwards of 24 hours. And you know what? If you have a job or if you have a circumstance in your life where you need to look good for 60 hours straight, please let me know in a comment down below. I would love to hear about it because that sounds like a hell of a job or a hell of a circumstance. So I'm just gonna zoom us right into a comfortable distance where you can see what I'm doing, and we'll see how this applies. So this is what the product looks like in the packaging. That's what the wand looks like on the inside. This, to me, looks like it's going to be a good brush to get some little hair strokes. It's very similar in shape and size to what I normally use to do that to my brows anyway, so that's always good news. It's a good start. So I'm just gonna start in the beginning of my brow, try to create some little hair-like strokes. Oh, it works well for that. That was easy as hell. I'm gonna pick some more product up on the brush. I've been kind of wiping a little bit of it off in the rim of the bottle just because I felt like it looked like a lot on there. And I'm gonna use that to basically just underline the shape of my brow like I normally would when I use dip brow. So far the application is pretty good. I like the brush. Everything seems to be easy to apply. The only thing is I do wish that this color was a little darker, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the darkest shade that they have. Granted, this is meant to be more of a stain, so it's not opaque, so perhaps we can like build it up a little bit. Just doing a couple more little hair strokes along the top edge as well. Right up here where I normally define my brow, I am having a hard time getting it opaque there, but I think what I might need to do is let it dry a little bit and then go back over it again. So I'm just gonna clean up the shape underneath like I normally would and let that dry for a second and come back to it. Okay, so I cleaned up underneath and I started working on this brow, and as I was working on this one, I sort of let it dry and then went back in and added a little bit more, and I was able to get much darker results. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just build it up in the spots where I felt like my brows need a little bit more shape and definition. Okay, I'm happy with the way that brow looks right now. I'm gonna go in and like change the shape of this one a little bit because I screwed it up a little, and to be honest with you, I've been wearing these a long time and I want them to look okay. So I'm gonna go finish that up and then we'll talk. I'm gonna do some looks with the Huda pastel palettes here on camera. You guys, like I said, will probably have seen that already. I'm just gonna go perfect the shape of this, go about my business, and I will do some check-ins with you guys as I go along through this journey with these brows because, I mean, if all goes as they say it's going to here, we have a long journey ahead of us. Oh, and just FYI, I applied the brows about a half hour ago because I already did one look in between this. It's 1:02 p.m. on March 4th, but the actual start time of me wearing these brows was probably a little bit closer to 12. All right, it's still Wednesday, March 4th. It's 7 p.m., which means that I've had these brows on for about 7 hours, 7 out of 60. Jesus Christ, we've barely made a dent. Do I have things in my teeth? So I just got home from the gym. Like I mentioned, I had a boot camp class tonight. So far, I mean, my brows are still on, but I think, let me zoom you guys right the way in. I can't tell if I lost a little definition underneath here or if I maybe didn't apply it super evenly there, but so far it seems that they held up maybe a little bit better through that workout than they normally do. I wouldn't say that my eyebrows generally come all the way off during a workout. They're still fairly intact when I use dip brow or other pomade type products, but this looks like maybe they're still a little bit more solid, so I still need to take a shower. My plan is to just wash my face gently around my brows and just see how they fare overnight. The one thing I didn't think of, and this might be a little bit of an issue, is I don't know how they're gonna hold up when I put my skincare on because I use a lot of oils and stuff. Maybe just for the sake of this test, I should not use oils. I should just use like a regular moisturizer just to see. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make that decision and I will fill you guys in later, and we'll check in again maybe before bed tonight and then again in the morning for sure. I'm sorry that I keep switching arms. My arms are so tired from the workout I just did. I can barely hold up my camera right now. So I'm gonna take a shower now. I'm freaking gross. Good morning. My skin is blotchy and I look awful and I have morning voice, but I just wanted to show you it is, let me get my text messages up here so you guys are not reading my private conversations. I want to show you it is 8:35 in the morning. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. That's what my brows look like. I mean, where I lost some, or I thought I lost some last night, still a little sparse, but I mean, they're on. What I haven't actually decided yet is if I'm going to continue this wear test through the rest of this entire day, because I do need to film another makeup look, and I feel like if I don't touch this up, they're not going to look crisp enough on camera with the makeup look. I have things to decide, but so far, as of right now, they are intact enough that like I feel like I can go out and look like I have my eyebrows on, but I might not feel great about somebody examining them up close. Examining them? It's early, I'm sorry. Okay, it's March 5th at 10:30 a.m. Now, here's my plan. Because as I'm sitting here and looking in my monitor and looking on like the camera monitor there, I can tell you for certain that my eyebrows are largely still intact, but they're not quite intact enough for me to sit down and do beauty close-ups. They're intact enough for me to just go around and live my life. Like if I was just hanging out the rest of the day today and I didn't have to film my eye from this far away to get close-ups for this video that I'm filming right now, they would still look great. But in a close-up setting, this eyebrow has lost a lot of the definition from underneath. I'm thinking the reason for that being that I sleep mostly on my right side and I am a face sleeper. I just sleep like halfway on my face like this. A bit of it rubbed off underneath. Now that being said, there is still product there. It's just not a perfect even line. Now granted, it's not nearly 60 hours, but what I'm going to do, because I do need to film this other video, is I'm gonna touch this one up just so it looks good. And I'm gonna leave this one and see how far we can take this one brow without touching it up. Will we get to 60 hours? I don't know. I'm gonna do a makeup video right now. I'm gonna leave this brow, this is my left brow, completely the way it is. I'm gonna touch this one up a little bit so we won't use this one for reference anymore in the video going forward. But we will keep in mind that a little bit of this brow did rub off in my sleep when we assess our thoughts on the staying power of this stuff. But so far, I'm pretty damn impressed. So I'm gonna go get the rest of this filming done because I got a lot to do today. We are also going to the gym again later today. I'm going to a cycling class. So I will check in with you guys probably after I film and after cycling class to see how it's holding up. It's 6:32 on Thursday the 5th. I just got back from my cycling class. I took a shower. I took my makeup off with makeup remover and then washed my face around my brows. And let me tell you, Lefty is still going strong. And I was not careful about it in cycling class. Like I was like dabbing my face with the towel a lot because I'm that girl in class who like drips sweat all over the floor. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see for yourself. But I mean, this brow looks really good now considering that I redid it while I did my makeup earlier. This has not been touched up since yesterday at noon. So it's pretty impressive so far. I mean, that's not bad. It's been well over 24 hours at this point. I wonder, like, if I put on Dip Brow or like the KVD brow pomade or something along those lines, and I just didn't touch it for like 3 days, would it also stay on for that long? I don't know. I never even thought to try, quite frankly. These look pretty decent right now, and I don't have to film tomorrow. I'm just gonna spend the day editing, and then I have boxing class tomorrow night. So I'm going to continue wearing this for the foreseeable future. My arm hurts. So I have like this pimple here, but it's like underneath one of my moles. Wow, that's annoying. Anyway, this is what the brows are looking like right now. Still going pretty strong, I think. I'm gonna go just have the rest of my evening to myself, and by myself I mean probably continue editing, but also while having a glass of wine. I will check in with you guys in the morning. We'll see how they hold up tonight while I smash my face into my pillow as I tend to do. Okay, it's 9 a.m. It is Friday, March 6th, and I have morning voice again, but I just wanted to show you guys, oh, gotta put my phone down. I almost threw it right in the toilet. Just wanted to show you guys the update on the brows, how they held up overnight. I did lose a little bit of the right side again, even though we touched it up, just a little bit, like under here, but Lefty where I don't sleep as hard on that side. It'll hold strong. Today at 12 noon will be 48 hours, and then tonight at midnight will be 60 hours. So, first of all, I'm really kind of shook that they've held on this long. Like, I know I touched this one up, but if I hadn't been filming, I probably would have left it, and it still would have been, like, acceptable to wear. So I'm going to take this as far as I can for the rest of the day. We'll see how it holds up till tonight at midnight. God, I really don't want to stay up till midnight, but I will just to film a check-in. And then tomorrow, like when I can gather my thoughts, I'll give you guys my full review on what I think. It is 12:09 a.m. on Saturday, March 7th, which means that I have been wearing this left eyebrow for more than 60 hours. I can't stop laughing about it. 60 hours, what the fuck? Is Lefty still perfect? No. Is Lefty still looking pretty good? Yeah, pretty good. Like, I wore this all day today, like, without really even thinking about it, which is the weird part. I'm so sleepy right now. This is like past my bedtime lately. Sometimes I'm up really late at night. This week has not been one of those weeks, so like I really had to force myself to stay awake tonight. Whew, I'm really ready to go to sleep, and I'm also really ready to wash my entire face. So I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna go wash my face, and then I'm gonna check in with you guys in the morning, and we're gonna recap what I think of this whole entire experience. I really can't believe I left my eyebrow on this long. I'm gonna go to bed so that I can like gather myself, because I'm not even like a coherent human being right now. But yeah, that's it. This is it. Oh, let me zoom you guys in. Okay, that's the part that's important. Hang on, stand by. Maybe I lost a little right there. Maybe I lost a little right there. This guy, he was touched up more recently, but he still looks pretty good. All right, that's the tea on this 60-hour wear test. I'm gonna check in with you guys in the morning, and we're gonna recap the whole thing. Okay, it's Saturday the 7th at 2:45 p.m. So last night, I finally washed off the brows after a full 60 hours of wearing the same eyebrows, with the exception of the one little touch-up I did on the right side. I haven't watched the footage back from last night, but from what I could see in the mirror, they still looked pretty well intact. The left eye that I didn't touch up at all, I would still have been able to wear that eyebrow out and about in my life and not have anybody think very much of it. I went to my boxing class, which is filled with people that I know personally, and nobody mentioned, hey, your eyebrows look different. Hey, your eyebrows aren't done today. Like, nobody looked at me weird. Like, it was totally normal, and nobody was the wiser. I also didn't announce to anybody that I was doing the 60-hour experiment, so there was no reason for them to like know in advance, you know what I mean? So now that I'm not delirious at midnight anymore, let's talk about what I think of this experience overall. So could I wear this brow product for 60 hours? Yes, clearly I could. Even though we did wind up touching up the right eye, I think that if I hadn't been filming and doing close-ups of my eye makeup, I probably would not have cared that I lost a little bit of the definition underneath, because from a normal distance, you couldn't really tell at all. It was just like in the close-up that I didn't feel like my makeup looked polished enough anymore, which is, for most people's normal life circumstances, not a thing that they ever have to worry about. So could I wear it for 60 hours? Yeah. Would I? Well, I did, but under normal circumstances, would I? Probably not, but you could. Should you? I don't know. I mean, you be the judge. Now, as far as the actual product itself is concerned, the application is pretty easy. I feel like there's a little bit of a learning curve where I needed to put a layer down and then let it dry and then go back over it to get full opacity on areas specifically where I don't have any brow hair, and I try to like build up my brow either like lower or higher to make them even, you know? But I did use it again today in dark drapes just to make sure that I was okay with the process of applying it and that I liked the way my brows looked, and they look pretty damn normal and they came out pretty good, and it's not super difficult to get them to look this way. I did notice at first, when you first apply it, it looks a little bit shiny, especially on areas where it's over bare skin rather than like over some brow hairs. But that goes away pretty quickly, and it didn't bother me past the first few minutes of application. I like the convenience of the brush being inside and it's just like all one thing, because it's sort of like using a brow pomade, but without having to like get out a separate brush and dip it in. The brush itself is thin enough that I can get some hair-like strokes for the front part of my brow, which is very important for me. I felt like I could get a clean line with it. That part, all pretty good. I don't personally see any scenario in my life where I would need to wear the same eyebrows for 60 hours straight in the foreseeable future when I'm not filming a video about it. But it's good to know that I could put this on and know that it's gonna last for a pretty damn long time. And a little side experiment that I did was to try to use this to create faux freckles. I did not find that it made my faux freckles last any longer, but I think it makes some of the most realistic and cute faux freckles I think I've ever done. I did it over bare skin and I did it over a full face of makeup. Both worked really well. Like I said, I didn't really see any difference in the wear time on that, but it worked really, really nicely. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, did you want to try this product? Do you see any scenario where you would need your brows to stay on for that long? Even if it was just like 24 hours, like do you have a job where you need to look good for 24 whole hours, maybe even 48? Let me know down below. I'm fascinated to hear that stuff from you guys. Don't forget to leave a like on this video because I wore my brows for 60 hours, you guys. Please leave a like, I need it. Don't forget to subscribe because I would love to have you around for more videos, and quite frankly, if you guys are not around to do this stuff, there is no point in me running these strange experiments. So I would love to have you around for whatever I decide to do like this in the future. If you want to keep up with me between these videos, if you want to know what's coming here in this channel, you want to see my other makeup that I don't always post here, go find me on Instagram. I'm at Miss Quinface, and I would love to have you be a part of that little crew as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was in some way helpful to you. I thought it was very interesting and I was pretty surprised by the results. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next one.